Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from AlexMercedCoder.com, and this is my first in a series of videos to teach JavaScript. Okay, so basically we're going to go over the basics and just kind of like lay it all out there. So in this first video, I just want to show you kind of how to set yourself up. So right now I'm using the Sublime text editor. So just Google it, it's free, and it's very good. Okay, now what I've done is I opened up my folder, teaching folder, and I'm going to create two files in it. So I've already created an index.html file, or any HTML file. If you don't know HTML, all you have to do is just make the index. So you basically just right click here, new file, save it as whatever.html. And then you're going to open that file in Chrome. So have Google Chrome's browser. The reason being is that you're going to want access to Google Chrome's DevTools. So now that I have this file, which has currently nothing, opened in Chrome, what I want to do is hit Control-Shift-I, and it opens up all these series of tools. Okay, so get some of the stuff out of the way. Really, all I really want is the console. Which is this thing right over here. Console. Okay, we'll play with that in a second. Okay, let me just see if I can get some other stuff this way. No. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so there I have the console. Now, what I want is I want to create a JavaScript file. So I'm going to create a new file. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it save as index.js. So JS is the JavaScript file ending. Fun fact, there's another language called TypeScript, which includes everything that JavaScript has. So everything you know, you'll learn in JavaScript, you can use in TypeScript, plus some extra things. And their file name is just TS. So technically, you can write the same code in a JS file or a TS file. Okay, JavaScript will always work in TypeScript, but not all TypeScript will work in JavaScript. So TypeScript is a superset. So index.js. So I save the file. So now I have these two files here. Cool. Now index.js right now has nothing. The problem is it's not going to show up in the console yet because I got to link it to this index.html file. Now a cool trick you should be able to do in pretty much any text editor is that once it's saved as an HTML file, I should be able to go HTML and then hit tab, and ta-da, I have my boilerplate for HTML. So basically, if you don't know HTML, you can just do that. And again, let me just hit undo so you can see how I did it. I just start typing in HTML and then I hit tab. Okay, and voila, everything you need is there. So the only thing I need to connect this file to my JavaScript tag is to create a script tag. So it'd be script. And then I have to say, where is the script? So src for source equals. Now this is going to be in the same folder. So I'm going to put a dot slash, meaning in the same folder, index.js. So it's going to look in the same folder that this index.html is and look for the index.js file. Okay, and then I'm going to add the word defer. Okay, and then I'm going to put a closing script tag because you have to put a closing tag. And there you go. My file is linked. So I'm going to save that, make sure it's saved. Now, the reason I put the defer keyword there, what it does, it makes sure that if you are making a website, that the JavaScript won't run until your website's all rendered, until your HTML file is done doing what it needs to do. We're not doing any HTML today, so you don't have to worry about that, but it's a good habit. Now, just to make sure that this all worked, we're going to type in our first command, console.log. So what that means is that console is an object, which represents this object over here, okay? The console. There's another object that you can manipulate called the document or the document object model. That's basically the website, what you see here in the browser window. We will talk about that much later on. So you can do stuff to manipulate the console, which is really more for the developer to test things out and practice things. And then there's the actual website screen here, which would be referred to as document. So it would be like document.this, document.that. Okay? So what I'm saying is that in the console, I want to log some text. and then I put the text in parentheses. So we're going to say hello world, everybody's favorite first program, hello world. And then you put a semicolon at the end of the line saying that this command is done. So console.log, and then again, I'm logging words, so I got to put it in either quotation marks, single quotes, or double quotes, because that tells JavaScript that, hey, this is words. It's a string. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to refresh this page. And it worked. See, in our console, it printed the words hello world. So that's how you know that you've successfully connected your JavaScript code to your index.html file, and you've just typed your first JavaScript program. Hello world. Okay, so that's going to be it for this first video. Now you have your environment set up. So again, browse Google Chrome, so that way you can use the Chrome Dev Tools, okay, which is all this stuff over here. Quick tour. So later on, if you're building a website, you can kind of see what the different parts of the website here in the Elements tab. Here's the console, so you can test out your JavaScript, and there's a bunch of other cool tools that you can use as a developer to help you, well, develop. But we're just going to be using it for the console right now, and then you have your file over here in your Sublime text editor. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, my name is Alex Merced from AlexMercedCoder.com.